Look at that. That's all honey.
Wow.
There's not. You can really tell the queen what to do.
So the workers actually are girls. How come people believe that the workers are guys?
That's just probably a macho thing.
The workers are actually girls. They do all the work.
Yeah, that's right. Girls do all the work.
Super fat. Look at that. Far side. Can you smell it too? Ooh, smells like flowers.
Say, if you can fit in this, it's going to be simple. So, mine is, I've got a, this is safer.
That's mine. That's for me, right? This
Yeah.
is for you?
No, this is for you.
Not this one.
Yeah. No, this is, I'm going to
Together, get some bees and show you guys how it's done and how bees are important in our lives.
And that's where the queen is. And this is just a test board to see what kind of
What we seeing here?
This is a mite.
Oh, these are mites.
Yeah, these are the guys that, you know, cause problems for
They're alive?
bees. They fall into this and they die. There could be a lot more when we put this is a treatment. It's natural.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thyme.
Oh, okay.
The herb thyme.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is thymol. It's like menthol. It's like a very
We talk about that. Some that actually take good antibiotics for them, right? So.
well. It basically doesn't bother the bees, but it makes the mites fall off.
Wow.
It's not so windy today.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
So they go down.
So fast. They got skipped.
Those are all babies about to hatch.
Where?
See that gray? What looks like honey? That's really brood.
These.
Here, each one of those cells has a new bee in it.
Oh wow.
And
We getting new workers then.
yeah, so they'll be, coming out in a day or two. Yeah, here. We're getting there.
Oh boy, golden color, honey.
Yeah, that looks like bear. In the winter, we have to have, 20,000 bees just to keep the queen warm. Look at that.
Wow.
I'm
Broodmania.
feeling better.
Broodmania.
Look at that.
Who you are and like what do you?
Sometimes it feels like they see me coming and they're going, Guy, where have you been?
We got honey for you.
What do they say? We need help,
Oh, something's going
We
on.
need some food or there's something wrong. Or I'm not happy today. In another month, you'll start to see those big drones on the front of the hive, and they won't let them in.
Then what? The females in?
The females won't let the males in.
Because the queen has already done his
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Wow. So the females are actually the gatekeepers too.
Yeah, the gatekeepers. Yeah, that's right. And it gets, and it, you know, because they don't want to share any.
So we have to change the perception that the whole bee is like run by guys, soldiers. They're actually women soldiers. Guys, do you hear that? The women soldiers in the beehives. And we all thought they were men, like in the cartoons and
Right.
movies. But actually, they're females. And see how good they work. That's why they work so good. So,
Well, I'm gonna put some more medicine. This is good. I'm glad I treated this.
all like working in rhythm, following rules. They do things together.
There we go.
And this is it's kind of a nursing kind of a nursery place. The hives that have a little trouble. This one is the one in the middle is like the most trouble. But trying to fix it, give some medicine, keep the ladies happy for the
This
next.
looks really good. This has mites.
That's for the
I thought
mites,
so.
and
But
the
this
little
one-
dots of mites
This
dying
one,
off.
this one doesn't look too bad. Maybe one or two, but we'll find out.
This is Sam's garden now. Tomatoes, cucumbers, and blackberries. So delicious. Oi, what is that? Oh, this is a dill.
Well, this is actually a new asparagus patch.
Asparagus patch.
Takes a couple of years.
So, Guy, do you what do you recommend the young guys to actually do the beehiving? Like, what do you actually recommend them doing, or what's a
Beehiving?
beehive? And what about the bees? Like, I mean, we know it's necessary in our lives to have bees for pollination and for also honey. And now we're facing this pandemic of bees dying, and because of the
I think it's great that we got so many new beekeepers. You know, when I started 20 years ago, our Montgomery County Beekeepers Association, we had 10 members. Now we have 600 members. And a lot of them are young. So I recommend, if you're interested, join the association. You know, we have meetings at the Brookside Garden once a month, and during the pandemic they've been online. And there's a short course that we put on. We've really got some dedicated members, but it starts in January and goes through April. And if you start and mentor with somebody in that group, there'll be 100 people taking the class.
and this is for Maryland
Just
state,
Montgomery County.
Montgomery County.
Yeah.
And then people in other states, I'm sure they have their own
They have their own association.
associations you can join and do
But
that.
Montgomery County is one of the best.
Okay.
And you can and they'll get you started. And so from January you'll start with no knowledge at all, and by May, if you're really good at it, you'll have a hive and you'll be on your way to making honey.
But I'm sure no one in Texas want to do a beehive. I mean, there's not much going on there, not much flowers, right?
You'll be surprised.
Really?
There's more than you mean.
No way.
There's trees. They make honey in the desert. I mean, and what was I reading about? It's really one of the driest parts of the world produces some of the best honey.
Really?
I can't remember where it was, but it was a desert. And these little flowers that bloom just before, and they survive on the dew that falls like at 4 a.m. You know, because it's so hot in the afternoon from the sun. And then over the night it cools down, and dew falls onto the sand of the desert, and these little flowers bloom. And the bees come out before the sun rises and collect all that nectar. Females, basically, at the height of the summer, there are 80,000 bees, and of them there are only 1,000 drones, and their sole purpose is to go out and mate. And they go out and mate whether you need a queen or not. So every day they go out and they go to a place called the congregation space. And the congregation space is a place in the sky, same place every year. And all the the queens that have been just born and need to be mated, circle around their hive and get oriented. This is their big day in the sun. They fly up to this congregation space. They mate 20 different times with 20 different bees from different hives, so they get a real good genetic mix.
Wow.
They go back, they go to the hive, and they just lay for the next 2 or 3 years.
And
1,000 bees a day they lay.
And female bees,
Yeah, just and those are all female worker bees.
worker bees.
Yeah.